Here's my take on all the parent bashing that we see. Sure, I would agree that when you watch CNN and a dad punches a referee in the mouth, yes, that's a wacko parent. But you see, I saw something just about 5 days ago, and we were discussing it at my camp this weekend in Maine. I'm driving back right now. Well, I'm driving from St. Louis Airport. You even have college coaches calling parents wacko. They're trying to live through their kid. Overzealous. No, they're not. Their kids want to do this, right? So when you sit and watch the Olympics, what are you watching? The gymnasts of a wacko parent. That wacko. She worked a second job, and they sold their house and they moved so their daughter could be in the best training environment. Those wacko parents. But you're sitting and watching them. You watch them on the NFL. Now, there's probably less of it. That's a pretty raw sport, right? But the skill sports like diving, wrestling, boxing, you watch bodybuilding, you watch gymnastics, you watch look at figure skaters. Those are the wacko parents. They have to get up at 3 in the morning and take their kids to ice time and spend $1,000 a month. There's no way that if a parent was living through their kid would do it. And you say, well, I know this one. Well, yeah, you know what? There's always one, right? Hey, I've been coaching full-time for 20 years, since 1999. It's my only job I have. Who would attract more wackos than me? I've had 3 in 20 years. And we do full summer camps. 65 days of summer camp, 400 something kids come in. We do private team camps. There's 1,000. I deal with these people on the phone, email, face-to-face. They just, you know, Ryan's gonna bring a van load from Jefferson City. He bought a great big old, like a bus, like a big traveling Mercedes van thing. He's gonna have 8 kids coming. It's 3 hours and 45 minutes round trip. And he's doing it because his son has one stayed a couple of times. His son wants to do it. I have kids whose parents say, I have to take my kid's iPad away because they're under the covers watching Flow Wrestling, right? And they're hiding and they're going to watch the Olympics and they're watching the Russia Nationals. I mean, right? We have this. We have kids just signed with Mizzou in Illinois, and we have kids now saying, hey, we want to go to the World Team Trials, Nick. Are you going to go? Is Kyle going to go again? What's our freestyle team? You said we're going to have a Greco team. Did you get throwing dummies yet? I mean, I'm getting these comments already, and freaking high school state just ended, right? Which, by the way, 24% of the state finals matches, I'm not talking about 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. I'm talking about 1st and 2nd. 24% of those finals matches in Missouri had a Purler wrestling kid in it. 1 in 4. And there's 4 classes, so that's a lot of kids. So we're doing a great job here. And I've got what? Wacko parents, right? According to the college coaches. But guess what? No wonder college coaches that write this. Kel Sanderson doesn't write these articles. John Smith doesn't write these articles. Tom Brands doesn't write these articles. I guarantee you, the college coaches who are sharing and posting this garbage, that's the reason you're getting your ass kicked, right? You can't beat a good Division II program. Maybe, you know, world champions. That's who Oklahoma State, Iowa, and Penn State are recruiting. You don't become a world champion cadet or junior unless your parents are wacko, right? Your parents like, okay, honey, right? We got to drive an hour and a half. I got a private coach for you going one-on-one. Oh, we're from a small town in Iowa. Okay, we don't have great workout partners because my son's 197 pounds. Okay, well, there's a good NAI school nearby, and we found 2 workout partners who are in college. And we pay them each $50 an hour. So they're shelling out $500 a month for their kids to wrestle live with because, I mean, that's dedication. That's not wacko. And they know their kids aren't going to probably make the Olympics. These people aren't stupid, right? So enough of the liking. And in fact, if someone makes another comment or someone shares some parent bashing, that's low-hanging fruit. You have these college kids nowadays. They're trying to get. They think if they have followers on social media, they're going to make $1 million. It's so silly. So that, you know, they type some wacko parent comment on Twitter, and everybody shares it. Dude, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And if push came to shove, half the people commenting would call your mom and dad a wacko parent. That's how you made it to big time Division I wrestling and weren't All-American, because they sacrificed. My dad used to, he was a welder. He welded trailers and barbecue pits and sold them. And that's how we got to travel for wrestling. I have parents tonight coming in. Some of them do nails. Some of them sell insurance. There's a few rich surgeons. There's a few wealthy builders. Most of them are middle class, lower middle class, upper middle class. They're making a sacrifice. They're driving old trucks. Tomorrow night at practice, we'll have an old truck in the driveway, right? That farmer, he's just making a sacrifice for his kids. His kid does all the dual events all over the nation. He wants to do it, right? My parents are begging for a weekend off. And I tell them, I'm start to prescribe, hey, take some time off. I tell these kids, lighten up, right? It's not the parents that are wackos. It's the kids who are dragging. It's like a dog on a leash. A dog's dragging the human. The kids are dragging the parents, right? And you say, no, I saw this. I went to Tulsa Nationals and I saw a dad kick his son in the ankle when he was sitting against the wall because he was mad that he lost. Yeah, I'm not defending that. You've been around wrestling for 14 years and you've seen one occasion. I'm talking about the uncalled for parent bashing, and it's silly. You can bash all you want, especially if you're a high school coach. Bash away, who cares, right? Let's see how many state titles you win as a coach. You're going to need some dedicated parents who are willing to put their time in for their kids. Actually, what happens is this. The kid says, I don't want to go to wrestling. The parent says, no, you cried under the bleachers. You said you wanted to wrestle. I signed you up for camp. You have to go. Get your bag. Turn the video game off, right? You're 10 pounds overweight. You're 9 years old. Get up. I mean, that's good parenting, right? I think I probably didn't push my kids hard enough. I'll be the first to admit, right? Somebody should bash me, right? Kids need to be pushed more. Laying around playing video games for 18 hours a day, 10 pounds overweight, right? You have 28-year-olds living at home, sleeping on the couch. I mean, let's bash those parents, right? I mean, what the heck's going on? So there's my spiel.